Hey, it's Tara and it's time for Sunday Reads. So today, I'm sorry for the lighting. I wasn't feeling well this morning and then I had afternoon tea with my friend today, so I was doing that and now it's nighttime. So I just have my beautiful fluorescent light doing its thing. Yeah. Anyway, this week I finished 3 books and 1 short story. I finished A Trifle Dead by Livia, Imago by Octavia Butler, Book of Lost Things by Connolly, and Starstones is the short story, Meeting Marleeta is the short story by my friend Cera. A Trifle Dead by Livia is a murder mystery set in Hobart, Australia, and it was recommended to me by Jane at Yes Miss Jane. And I don't usually read a lot of mystery, but sometimes the mood strikes me, and she made it sound like a lot of fun, and it definitely was. The characters were the most fun. There was like a lot of witty dialogue, and the mystery of the murder was actually like, there were plenty of clues, but it wasn't like smack you in the face sort of murder mystery, I guess. I don't know, I don't read a lot of these things, but I didn't see it coming from the beginning, maybe about halfway through, so that was nice. And yeah, I really liked the characters and all the talk about food. The main character is the daughter of a well-known and well-respected police officer, and her mother worked in the canteen, and all of the police officers fell in love with her cooking. And now she has opened her own cafe, and all of the cops are coming in to like keep an eye on her and things like that. But she's serving more like hipster food now, and that's one of the ongoing things in the story. But yeah, there were a lot of recipes, a lot of cooking talk, but also a lot of witty dialogue and things like that. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you, Jane. The second book was Imago by Octavia Butler. This is the 3rd book in the Xenogenesis trilogy, and I started reading it a long time ago for the seasonal series book club that I was part of, but I finally finished it now, and it was good. It was not as strong as the first 2 books in the trilogy, but it finished well, and I thought that it rounded out the story pretty well, even if it was sort of a non-ending. So yeah, if you're looking for like a what-if sort of thinky science fiction about alien life and humanity and what it means to be human, then you may want to check out this classic, as long as you don't mind things going at a kind of a slow pace. The last book I finished was Connolly's The Book of Lost Things, which was a birthday present to me from my mother. I have like 250 books on my Kindle wish list, and she managed to pick like the one I wanted the most. I adore this story, and I recently recommended it to a bunch of people, and it's about this young boy during World War I, and his father, his mother passes away due to some sort of illness, and his father remarries, and the main character David starts having a lot of issues, mental issues, and he starts hearing voices and seeing things, and he enters into this other world, and it's based off of fairy tales and how they've affected him as he grew up, and his relationship between him and his mother. And it is one of the most beautiful and yet dark stories that I've ever read. During my reread, I was kind of shocked to see how gruesome it was. I had sort of forgotten that part because the ending is just so beautiful, and the whole thing is really amazing. And actually, the version that I have has a whole bunch of notes at the end about the fairy tales, and Connolly goes into details about where the fairy tales come from, their history, and why he used those specific ones in the story, and like the psychological impact and things like that. And normally I don't like to read those sort of things, but it was really interesting, and I liked his reasoning behind a lot of that. So if you ever get the chance, if you like fairy tales, if you like kind of dark stories with not so dark endings, then you should probably check this one out. The main character is only 12 years old, but this is not a young adult story. Yeah. Basically, I love it, and you should check it out. Meeting Marleeta is a short story set in my friend Cera Starstones world, and I actually read it a long time ago when she first started writing it, and then she put it aside, but recently she's started publishing them as like little novellas or short stories, so I'm super excited about reading those as they come out. She's done some editing and stuff like that, and added in and taken out some things, so it's a lot of fun, and I really want the next one to come out. I think maybe it's coming out next month, but anyways, yes, it's fantastic. It's about a intergalactic thief lady who is made of awesome, and a nobleman trying to prove that he's not just his lineage to his father. And her characters are usually really strong, strong ladies, so I'm looking forward to continuing that series. I am being super eloquent tonight. I'm still not feeling super well, so I'm just sort of trying to go through this. As you can tell, I'm glowing over here. I don't know what's happening, but this too shall pass. Anyway, so books that I'm reading The Consumer Society by Jean Beaudrillard, which was my birthday present from my brother last year, and I'm finally getting around to reading it. It's really dense, but it's really interesting so far. It's basically about how so far consumerism has replaced religion and like how it sustains itself and stuff like that. I don't have a really good idea what I'm talking about yet. I'm only about a quarter of the way through. I'm hoping that I have a better idea by the time I finish it. We'll see. And I'm also still reading The Thrilling Adventures of Lovelace and Babbage. It's a lot of fun. And there's so much history. I am loving all of the like footnotes and all of the research she put into this. I can't believe she did it as just like a spur of the moment sort of, let me draw a comic about this cool world, because there's so much research involved. I can't. It's really good though. And some other things I was going to say, but I don't know what's going on right now. I just want to sit down and veg. Oh, I've been playing Final Fantasy Online with my brother and his girlfriend, and it's been pretty awesome. It's been maybe like 5 years since I played an MMO, and I'm really enjoying being back into it and trying not to, like, I have an addictive personality, so it can be a little bit dangerous for me to play video games, which is why I don't have a video game console at all, and I don't put games on my phone and stuff, so this MMO thing is a little, but mostly I'm just trying to limit myself to mostly only playing when my brother and his girlfriend are on, and since they're in a different time zone, that helps limit it a lot. So we'll see how that goes. If I completely disappear from the face of the internet, send a rescue team. Anyway, I guess I will finish there because my head is crazy. So please tell me how you've been doing, if you've read anything good, if you have anything exciting coming up this week. You know the drill. I want to hear, and I guess until next time.